So let's have a quick look at recursive function in Python. So recursive function are simply functions that call itself. So it's just like when you have a function and inside this function you are calling the same function again. So we're going to be having two examples of how recursive function works. So one is going to be factorial number and the other one is going to be Fibonacci number, which is just like, yeah, when we get there I will explain that. So the first one now is like, okay, factorial, right? So what we want to do here now is to have our parameter n, and if n now is ever equals to 1, what we want to do is just simply return 1, right? Then otherwise now we want to return n multiplied by factorial of n minus 1. So it's going to keep on going and subtracting 1 from n, like returning n times factorial of n minus 1. And now we can see where the recursion is coming in. We are calling this function over and over again till it is going to return 1. And at the end of this function, we want to print out factorial of 5. So let's go ahead and run this code. Now we're getting 120. And how did this work exactly? So if when n is not equals to 1, it returns 1, and otherwise n multiplied by factorial of n minus 1. So if at the instance whereby n is equals to 5, let me just have a doc string here. At the instance whereby n is equals to 5, we are returning 5 multiplied by 4, right? And 5, we're returning 5 multiplied by 4, and in this 4 we are calling this factorial again on 4, which is in turn okay, it's not going to be 4 now, and now it's not in turn going to return 4 multiplied by 3. And again we are calling this factorial on 3 again itself, which is going to in turn return 3 multiplied by 2. And we are calling this factorial again on 2 itself, which is going to in turn return 2 multiplied by 1. So this is what we are actually returning: 2 times 1 times 3 times 4 times 5, and that's what I get in 120. And now the other example for this, so we'll just go ahead and comment this, is called Fibonacci numbers. So these are just sequence of numbers in whereby the current number is the sum of the previous two numbers. So example, we have 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, whereby, okay, when you get to say 1 right here, this is the sum of 0 and 1, 2 sum of 1 and 1, 3 sum of 1 and 2, 5 sum of 2 and 3. So that's just how Fibonacci number work. I'm not sure if I get the pronunciation right. So I'm just going to have this function here, def, then I'm going to have n right here. So why I'm having n right here? So if n right here is less than equals to 1, what do I want to do? I want to return n. Then otherwise, using the else statement right here, what I want to do is return Fibonacci number for n minus 1 plus Fibonacci number of n minus 2. So okay, now looking at this now, let's say this is an index right here, n minus 1 will be 2 and n minus 2 will be 1. So we are adding these two together and returning the sum of it. So we can just have a code now to drive this function and just say, okay, we're having n there and we're saying int, okay, input, enter value of n. So now we're asking for the value of n, right? So what we can just print out the required Fibonacci number is equals to Okay, fib number, yeah, I guess is this way, is equals to Fibonacci number of n. So if I should go ahead and run this now, so if I should enter 6, is saying the required Fibonacci number is. Now if I should run this again one more time, and now I enter 7 for this, we're getting the Fibonacci number is 13. And why are we getting this? So let me just add this further. So here now is 21. Okay, yeah, this is 20, this is 21. So when we entered 6, we got 8. That's because after this first 6 sequence, it is 8, that is a Fibonacci number. Then after the first 7 now, it is 13. So that's what we're getting. When we enter 7, we are getting 13 as a Fibonacci number. So that will be all for recursive function in Python. So just try and have some exercise on how to use recursive function in Python, try and solve some problems and challenges. That'll be all for now. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next time. Bye.